Welcome back everyone to episode 9 of Breaking the Lines, where the opinions are loud and the takes at their prime. The usual suspects are here, ready to spar and go with the flow. Some know their stuff and some just like the show. First up, Kieran's in, dressed like the Gallagher's brothers from 95. Baggy jeans, trench coat, thinks Oasis are still live. Supports United and Cardiff, can't pick a lane. More away days than outfits, it's actually insane. How are you doing, mate?
I'm not bad, and I'm actually more of a Stone Roses guy than Oasis anyway, but yeah.
Ross is in the house, nearly 30, but pushing 45. Face says midlife crisis, but the energy's still alive. He's Wrexham's biggest fan, he's buzzing every show. He brings match days vibes everywhere he goes. How are you doing, Ross?
Face says I'm ready to go. Oh, no, I'm fantastic. Let's get this going.
Let's go. And Ed's here, the calmest guy in the room. A Liverpool fan and speaks sense, a rare kind of bloom. Doesn't shout, doesn't rant, just quietly gets it right, which is why we all like him and hate him on match night. How are you doing, Ed?
I'm good. That was a lot better than these two, so I'll take it.
That's class.
Right, everyone, grab your seats. It's time to go. Let's kick it off and start the show. Right, lads, we're halfway through the season. Kieran suggested we give our team of the season so far. Kieran, maybe you want to run us through that? We'll start with goalkeepers. What you got for us, lads?
Yeah, so I'll start with my pick for goalkeeper, and it was between two, to be honest with you, but I've actually gone for someone who I think was overrated for a while, but I actually think he's having quite an underrated season this year, and that's Emiliano Martinez with Aston Villa. I think they have taken a jump this year. I think he's a major reason for it. You know, they were struggling at the start with Bizot in goal when they thought Martinez was going. He's come in, he's prevented 4.9 goals this season on expected goals, which is the most in the league. He saved the only pen he's faced, he commands his area, and I think if you look at someone like, I don't know who you might suggest at Arsenal, I think Martinez could do that job, if not better. So that's my pick. I'm going Emiliano Martinez.
I love that take. Ross, what are you saying?
I've gone for the newcomer, Robin Royce of Sunderland. The lad's only 22, brilliant newcomer. You think, how's he not played in this league before? The standard he's setting is incredible. He's got something like a low goals conceded rate along the way as well, you know. It's actually pretty impressive. For a 22-year-old guy, he's got a big future ahead, and that's why I'm putting him in this squad.
Yeah, I'm going to bounce off that because I went for the same pick, same reasons. His age commands that part of the pitch perfectly, good with his feet as well, which I think is rare with goalkeepers today. Look, people going about Donnarumma, his game with his feet is just terrible for me, whereas I think like he's kind of like, he's got it all, and the potential is there. So yeah, and if you look how good they've been at home this season, I think he's one of the main reasons why. We talk a lot about Granit Xhaka, etc., but he commands that defence really well, so I agree with you there, Ed.
Yeah, I've gone a bit more basic than everyone. I've gone for David Raya. Obviously, I just think he's the best keeper in the league. 13 clean sheets this season, the most, and they've only conceded 18 goals. So I would go him. I just think save-wise, he's unbelievable. With his feet, he's great. So yeah, I was close to putting Kelleher, to be honest, with Brentford. I think he's had a bit of an underrated season, but yeah, I'm going to go a bit more basic and pick David Raya.
Yeah, to be fair, look, I think any of them shouts you could make a case for. Like Raya, like there was a point in the season where we thought Arsenal, you know, might concede less than 15 goals to break Chelsea's record. So I think that is a great shout, and obviously they've come on so much since Ramsdale left. So, and Kepa's obviously a really highly rated goalkeeper. He won't be getting a sniff. So I think Raya's a good shout, and Roofs obviously.
I'll take that. Defenders, what are we saying?
All right, so I've gone for, I don't know about you boys, I've gone 4 at the back. I've gone right back, Reece James. I was close to putting Timber, but as I was researching for this, James, I was going to put him out for injury reasons, but he's still played in like 23 games this season. He's got more goals than assists than Timber, and I just think every time he plays for Chelsea, they've got a better chance of winning. And yeah, that's why I put
To
him
be
in.
fair, I was thinking Reece James, but I've gone for Timber because I think Reece James has played a lot of minutes in centre mid this season.
Okay.
So I just thought I'd go for Timber because he's been solid at right back all season. He's been more of a goal threat than a lot of their wingers this year, to be fair. He's got a brace in one of the early games of the season. So I've gone Timber.
I've gone for Mark Gay. He's not maybe my number one pick, but in terms of like, hang on, I've got these.
Where's your
Oh
right
no,
back?
sorry, I'm looking the wrong. Sorry,
No,
no, it's
it's like-
Timber. Sorry, Mark Gay's in midfield. Sorry.
What?
No, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. Right, Mark
Sorry,
Gay.
Denise.
Mark Gay. Right, so he's calm and composed, but he's kind of the full package under pressure in a way. He's been pivotal to what helped Palace literally just cement themselves this season. What are you laughing for?
Well,
This is on
look at
ChatGPT, by the way.
It's not. This is a notes section of a phone. Can we just see for the Zoom now? No.
Okay, who next then going to
Research was done independently. We had to put this together very quickly. No, right. So we've gone for Gay, Diaz, and Timber
As a
as a three. And if I had to add one more, I would have gone for Elderici, Sunderland. Again, his defensive metrics are excellent. And Sunderland, that defence and the keeper, they've been part of why they've gone so high this season. They've kept it together at the back and pounced at the right times.
I think that's. I actually, unpopular opinion, I haven't included Timber in my defence, not because I don't think he deserves to be there, just because I thought like he was an obvious choice. So I wanted to push forward some names that maybe more people would overlook. So I actually went for Malik Shaw of Newcastle in defence. Loved the signing. If you look at that Newcastle defence, they've been more or less having the same 3-4 names for the past few years, and for their age, have been doing really good. Even the likes of Dan Burn, when you put him on the wing, he's in bits even in Champions League football. I think Malik has come in, younger player, absolutely huge. He'll be there for the next few years. Suits the team well. I think he's changed their defence really. I've gone for Gabriel in defence, obviously. I think that one just speaks for itself. And another one, a little shout, I go on about him a lot because I'm hoping he'll start for England this summer, is O'Reilly at Man City. I think as a fullback, I absolutely love the player. He's not maybe top two most commanding players in that defence, but what he brings to that City side, and for how young he is as well, I want to see him start for England. That's another debate. That's my defence.
Yeah, I went for Gay and Gabriel as my centre halves. Obviously, Gay, look at Crystal Palace when his head's not really been in it, and obviously he's gone to Man City now, seamlessly gone into the side, scored a goal already, and him and Kusanov in that defence look unbeatable at the minute. They were brilliant at Anfield. And then left back, I've actually gone for Mark Cucurella. As much as I do dislike him, he's got 3 assists this season. He's in the top 20% in his position for defensive actions. Chelsea have conceded 30 goals, which is less than the average. So I think he deserves a shout out because he was poor for a while. But yeah, so far I've got Timber, Gay, Gabriel, Cucurella, and I think it's hard to get a better back four than that at the minute.
Is that everyone's defenders there?
Mine was a combination of your guys, to be fair. So I've gone Gabriel and Gay. I think they speak for themselves. I think Gay, even if he was still at Palace, I would have picked him. I think he's one of the best centre-backs in the league. And then left-back, I've gone O'Reilly as well. I think when I was looking at O'Reilly, he's played every game bar one for City this season. So it's not like he just comes in for a couple of games. Yeah, so combination of what you guys said, really.
Yeah, Ross, do you want to kick us off in midfield?
So I think I've gone for 3 in midfield.
Okay.
I can't remember how much I said I've put in defence yet alone. So I've gone for Declan Rice, Caicedo, engine of the midfield, complete engine, and Bruno Fernandes, first entry for United player here. Ooh. I think he's on the way back, but what do you guys think?
Yeah, I've got Rice as well. I think he's so key to what Arsenal do. They've been struggling to create chances this year, and as a defensive midfielder, he is in the top 6% for chances created in the league. He scores goals, and if he's not in the side, he's got to play Norgard or drop Zubimendi back. And I think Declan Rice is just, I know it's basic analysis, but he is he is a leader in that team, and he's the one that has to drag them when Odegaard isn't, when Saka's not playing well. So I've gone for him. Bruno Fernandes as well, most chances created in the league, 12 assists. Only Haaland has more goal contributions. I think he's got to be in there. And then for my third one, simply just because of big moments, even though his side aren't doing very well, he's dragging them over the line, getting them points. I've gone for Bruno Guimaraes at Newcastle. So I think he deserves a shout out for some of the important goals he's got this year. I think he's on 9
goals. I was going to say.
You agreed there, Ed. Do you have any in common?
No, so, I've got Declan Rice speaks for himself. He's just a proper leader and he's carrying Arsenal. Gone Fernandes, similar with United, 6 goals, 12 assists. And you got to think as well, he was playing for an Amarin team for most of the season.
And he was playing deeper as well. Like he was having to like do all the running for Casemiro and stuff, so it makes it even more impressive.
Yeah. So I've gone for Fernandes, and then surprisingly, nobody said Szoboszlai. I know as a Liverpool fan, I'm a bit biased, but he has genuinely carried us. Like his stats aren't amazing, but even when he's not scoring, he's the best player on the pitch. He's played right back, centre mid, right wing, and you see on set pieces he's class.
And he's coming clutch in big games.
Yeah,
recently,
exactly.
And,
so I'd say he's been the best player for Liverpool this season. So that's it.
Couldn't even put him in a right back.
Yeah, do you know what I was thinking of that? But it was a bit of a cop out. But yeah, I've got
his free kick stats.
No, he scored. I think he scored 4 this season. So
and back to back as well.
Yeah.
He must have a good conversion rate.
Marseille,
he went Marseille, then
City,
Arsenal, yeah.
Bournemouth,
Yeah.
Right. No, good choices. I was actually, I'm happy. This is team connection here because I wanted to go Bruno Fernandes, but I thought to myself, you know what? I'll leave that one to the boys. I can count on Kieran. If not Kieran,
That's not a team about Bruno Fernandes.
But I would have put him in. But I knew yous were going to, so I put in. I was thinking like players. If I took them out the squad, does that squad automatically become worse?
Yeah.
So I've gone Declan Rice, of course. I've gone Bruno Guimaraes. I'm really happy you said that. Injured at the moment, but you can tell when he's not playing. There's a massive difference in that team. I think he's as important to Newcastle right now as Vitinha is to PSG. You take him out, you can just sense the ball is not rotating as well. I've gone Morgan Rogers.
Okay.
Same reasons. For me, you take Morgan Rogers out that Villa side, they're not third. They're simply not third. And the last one, bit niche, I've gone Granit Xhaka.
Okay,
yeah.
I would have put him in. It's just the fact he's been injured recently.
I remember, when he signed for Sunderland, I remember the heat they were getting on Twitter. People saying, you're picking up a washed Xhaka who left not maybe the best of mindsets from Arsenal. He's coming to that squad, and I think he's shut everyone's mouth. He's a team leader, commands that team, loves the fans, connection with them is great as well. And I think for what he's doing at his age, it's really good. What he did at Leverkusen last year, I thought that was maybe like the peak of his career. And then after that, maybe a jump to the MLS something. And he's taken it a step further. And I think Sunderland, I don't think they should be as down in the table. So about Leeds, when you think about everything Sunderland and Leeds have done. And then I seen the table, I'm like, how are they so down in the table?
No, that's a good shout. To be fair, I was considering him or Bruno, but I just edged it to Bruno there.
Yeah. Attackers, Ross.
So I've gone Morgan Rogers actually up there.
Okay.
Yeah, on the left.
Kind of like playing him higher up in a way. He's been a game changer for Villa in the title race, really. They wouldn't be there without him in a sense. And I've also gone for Jeremy Doku.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
Dangerous on the flank for City, dangerous, and their style of play would be nothing without him, would they? As well, quick mover of the ball, and he's just on that side. He dominates, and he's one of the best in the league at it. And you can't ignore it. Haaland's there. He's just there.
Yeah, I've gone similar.
Stats don't lie.
Yeah, I've gone similar. I've gone Haaland. He's just a freak. I've gone Rodgers, but as a winger. Same reason you said. 8 goals, 5 assists, and Villa didn't have a good start to the season. I think they only won 1 of the first 6. So the fact he's basically carried that Villa team to now top 4, it's really impressive. And then I've gone Semenyo as right wing because what he's done, 17 goal contributions this season. So mine's a bit basic because you can put some underrated shouts in there, but I think these talk for themselves.
I've gone for Haaland as well. Like you say, the numbers speak for himself. I've done Semenyo, but on the left, obviously he's done it at 2 clubs this season now. He's had some big moments, like his last kick of a ball for Bournemouth was a winner against Spurs. And he's just, he's fitting into Man City nicely. But right winger, I've gone, for the big moments alone he's had this season, I've gone for Harry Wilson.
Me too! Come on!
Harry Wilson, Bluebird. He actually scored a easy
Bluebirds.
Played for Cardiff in COVID. But just like the goals against Chelsea, goals and assists against Liverpool, that finish against Palace, he's just been a joke this year, and it's probably the season of his life, and he's coming out of contract, and I wouldn't be surprised if a big club picks him up, as like a rotation option. So I think he deserves his flowers, Welsh representation. You know what I mean? Yeah,
words taken out of my mouth, mate. Nothing to add. Right winger, Harry Wilson all day long. I think Wilson has to be in there. I've gone Haaland. Speaks for itself, and I agree with Ed for Semenyo. I've chosen Semenyo over someone like Doku. I think is a good shout, by the way, simply because when he was commanding that Bournemouth side up front, when he moved to City, I wasn't expecting him to start. I thought he'd need that time to adapt. I wasn't expecting Pep to give him that confidence straight off the bat, and to get into that team. with the competition he has on the wing, and to start scoring straight off the bat as if he's been playing there for 3 years, I just think is mad.
Yeah.
So yeah, Semenyo, Haaland, Wilson for me.
Yeah, I think if I was going to do 2 up top, I would have put Igor Thiago in there as well. I think he deserves a shout out.
Bingo.
But yeah, with me, I've gone for 3 forwards. So
And I don't know if you anticipated this. I've actually thrown in a manager as well.
Oh,
So
right,
far
okay.
of the season, if anyone wants to think of one.
Okay.
And I've gone for Regis Lebris at Sunderland,
Yeah, I
simply
would go
because they came up and they basically did an ultimate team. They bought nearly what? Like 15
Yeah.
plus players, ridiculous. But I think they've spent their money wisely. They haven't done like a Burnley, you know, when they come up and they just splash all the cash on players which aren't proven. I think they've bought the perfect mixture of like young hungry players and experience like Xhaka. And yeah, I think what he's done with Sunderland, I don't think they deserve to be that down in the table. Best home record. Yeah, Regis Lebris for me.
I would, if at the top of my head, maybe I'd say Unai Emery. Having Villa in that position, you know, when they've lost key players over the last few years. Who did they sign in the summer? They signed Tielemans. No, not Tielemans. What's he called? Lindelof and Sancho.
Yeah.
They signed Lindelof and Sancho, and they've not had much cover really. So I think to still have them in the position they are with like a washed up Ollie Watkins up front, like I think they're doing a good job.
That's fair. What?
Oh, you're gonna hate me.
Go on.
I'm gonna say Michael Carrick so far. He's because he's rallying back the troops from an also a mentally dead and buried club and fan base, and he's bringing them back to what he's instilling confidence. It's hard. It's only 5 games in, but that's big in the way we're going. I know we're messing around talking about a guy with a haircut at United right now, but
No, don't give him any
And there goes all our
the
United fans.
airtime. There's revenue issues with someone on the line, but he, Mark Goldbridge, or him. No, but he's instilling confidence back into the camp. I'm keen to see where it goes. Give it 3 more months and he could be up there as number one. But if I had to go for a serious option, a more serious one, I would have gone for Sunderland, same as you.
Yeah, I would. They're all good shots. Just give someone different. I'd go with Keith Andrews at Brentford. I mean, what they're doing. When Thomas Frank left, everyone thought, well, myself included, that they were going to get relegated. So yeah, now they're 7th in the league, and yeah, he's doing a great job.
Ireland's
So.
next manager, by the way. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, I think he's top class.
Right, should we move on?
Let's go.
Let's go. We go on a lot about the Prem, but I think we've got to talk about what is one of the best leagues in the world right now, which for me is the Championship. I've got a simple question for all of you: is this one of the best seasons we've had in years so far? You look at that top 8, yeah, it's made up of teams that no one had potentially to go up. Bit of context, yeah. Middlesbrough, last time in the Prem, 15-16. Coventry in second, last time in the Prem, 2001. Millwall, never made it in the Prem, 88-89, first division. Ipswich, last year, maybe that's the only one. Hull, 16-17. Derby, 07-08. Preston, never. Wrexham, never.
Yep.
Yeah, and honestly, the season is nuts. And like every year, if you look, you've got, I think it's 6 points between Swansea in 16th and Derby in 6th. Coventry were top of the league by 10 points, and obviously Middlesbrough can jump them probably tonight if they win, with Morgan Whittaker on form. Like, it's just anyone can beat anyone. And do you know what? It's really exciting to see that top 2 and not just Norwich, Leicester, sorry.
Yeah.
But do you know what I mean? Just yo-yoing up and down. Like,
I mean, I agree, yeah.
So it's honestly, I think it is maybe the best league in the world. And yeah, it's just drama non-stop.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's a great time to record, as Kieran said, considering the game tonight, Coventry and Middlesbrough. But I feel like the Championship's so underrated because we're saying it's such a great season this season, but it's like this most seasons. I mean, exception with the clubs, really, but yeah, it's just every week the league changes fully. So yeah, I think it's definitely the best league in the world.
Yeah, look at Wrexham. We were, up to 6th or something the other day. Now
You
we're
are 6th. Oh, no, sorry,
falling down to
eighth.
8th. Falling down to 8th, and that's in a matter of days, isn't it? That league changes there, from day to day, doesn't it? Look at, and even in the long term, you had Coventry running away with it. Now Middlesbrough on the verge of looping, jumping over them. Looping them, but jumping over them. And like I said, this league is always changing, and as the season goes on, but that playoff race just becomes tighter and tighter, and it's what you want as a fan. You want the drama, you want the spectacle, and you want the Hogdini moments at the end of it. That's
you mentioned something interesting, Ed, saying it's been like this for years. How would you explain the fact that all these with respect small, I want to say smaller teams, but teams we weren't expecting to be at the top of the top? How would you explain that? I'm thinking maybe they're seeing how Sunderland managed to stay up last year, and they're looking at that and they're seeing who's going down the Premier League. we can have a good crack at this. What are you thinking if you're one of those clubs, one of those managers?
Yeah, you've got to spend your money smartly. I mean, as you said, you see with Burnley, they come up and maybe don't spend as much, but there's not really that ambition to. In the January transfer window, they know they're going down, so maybe they're saving money. And then you look at Leeds in the past, who have spent loads, come straight back down. So obviously for new clubs as well, it depends as well if you get the parachute payments from winning the playoffs. Obviously, get a bit more money. But yeah, you just need to spend really wisely. So yeah, it's a dream for any Championship fan to go up to the Prem. But then saying that, you look at, as we were saying, how exciting the Championship is. A lot of Burnley fans I've seen, they don't mind going down a division because it's more exciting than getting pummeled every week. So
to be honest with you though, I would say this is a great opportunity for teams to go up. Because if you look at the relegation zone in the Premier League at the minute, I know they're doing shocking, but Wolves have signed Armstrong, Angel Gomez. They are building such a good squad for next year. If West Ham or Forest go down, they're obviously going straight back up. Just look at the teams. Even if they lost half their players, it'd still be right up there. So I feel like, whilst the level's more even, this is such a good chance for a Coventry, a Middlesbrough, a Derby, someone like that, Wrexham, to go up. So I think this is similar to that season when Luton went up. It was sort of a even championship, and then obviously Leicester came back down and then went straight back up. I think you've got to take opportunities of the not poorer seasons, because it's really good, but do you know what I mean?
What are you thinking, Ross? We're mentioning the level of the Championship. Is that just proof that it's suddenly risen? It's going to keep getting better and better. I think what a lot of fans say, and I actually agree, is I think there's too much of a gap between the level in the Championship and the Prem, which means you're looking at teams breaking records. How many teams have you had in the past few seasons? The top two have finished with 198 plus points, which we didn't used to see as many times before. So more and more teams are smashing and walking in the Championship. They get to the Prem and they just crumble. So basically what I'm saying is that the gap between the Championship and the Prem is just too big. What do you think, Ross?
I think it's down what Ed said, the parachute payments. You look at West Ham, they're meant to be struggling to keep Bowen, aren't they, or something? If they go down, there's rumours, isn't there? Whether they're true or not, that's the accuracy to be decided. But got to keep it there, nothing false here. But it's down to that. The best players are going to stay in the Prem. Who's going to take a drop if they're going to lose 100 grand? I think it was on, you hear a few of these podcasts from pro players, you go down to the Championship, you'll have clauses in your contract where you'll get axed to take a massive pay cut to even go down with them. Now that's a personal impact, and when you've got to look after your family and run a life and things like that, that's huge in the world. Personal impact on a player. And then, when once you've gone down, it's a different lifestyle. So you're going to want to stay in that Prem at the division and play at that top level, aren't you? So for me, I'm thinking the Championship's always going to have a finite level to it. It's going to have its roof. It's going to have the roof. And if you're the one team that manages to break that and hold a few players, you're probably coming back up like a Burnley or something.
Well, I was just going to say though, if West Ham do go down, hopefully Millwall don't go up, because that would just be typical if they miss each other. Because I think we need that game in British football again.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, would you rather have the three teams, or the top two go up, which we haven't seen in a while in the Prem, even though it would mean the odds are higher for them to go straight back down, if that makes sense?
Yeah, I think it always comes around, because people the top three are just going to go straight back down. But football's just cycles, because that happened in the 90s as well. So I think anyone that comes up has just as much chance as anyone to stay up. If you look at do you think Brentford and Bournemouth and Brighton have the right to stay up? And it's just about being smart. So yeah, I would rather these other teams come up, like a Coventry. Their stadium's Premier League ready. I've been there. Got a good fan base. They shown the other year. They got to the FA Cup semi-final. They were a centimetre away from getting to the final. So I think these are some. I think there's some teams that have got. Coventry definitely has got the potential. Middlesbrough as well, because they've been there for years. And I think Derby might sneak through in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's a good shout. Ed, have you got any ideas? Early days, obviously, but who at the moment, as we stand, who are we pushing to go up?
Yeah, I think it's such a big game tonight, because I feel like if Middlesbrough beat Coventry, that Coventry are already in a dip of form that could just kill them. But I think personally it is going to be Coventry and Middlesbrough. If they go through the playoffs, it's going to be those two. And I actually think Derby as well. I think they just need to sort the home form out. I was looking before, they've got the second best form for away games this season, but the 20th for home games, which is such a weird dynamic. Yeah. But I think if they get the home form sorted, they've definitely got a shot for promotion.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a wild card right now. I think the playoffs, it's anyone's game as always. Yeah. I'd probably go for Derby or maybe Hull, maybe. It is a wild card pick. But
Wrexham.
No, it's a wild card pick. I think they'll be in the semi. I think they'll be in the playoffs. I don't think they'll go up, but on paper. But I think the Middlesbrough and Coventry battle at the top is just going to be a two-way joust at this rate, and whoever takes the trophy takes the trophy. But they're both getting promoted either way. But it's just that case of, like I was saying, what I want to know is, for the viewers at home, out of all the teams that ever go up, does the team who comes up via the playoffs usually stay up the most often? I think that's in everyone's heads usually. I don't know what the stats prove, but if you're look at Sunderland this season, that's not out of the regular for them to come up and do the best out of everyone, because like the whole cities, people are back in the day.
I feel like going through the playoffs as well kind of gives you that extra bit of hunger to start the season, because you've been through those extra most pressured games of your whole season by going through the playoffs. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's something like the win of the playoffs stays up more than the automatic promotion spots.
It's such a better way. Obviously, it's the risk, but it's such a better way to go up that day out at Wembley. Like I remember when West Ham went up. Before they went up through the playoffs, they were expected to win the league, and it was just
imagine, honestly, Millwall, Wembley, mate. Honestly, I keep on going on about it. You want to see it. Oh, the mayhem in it.
Bobby, do you want to talk about Leicester? What's going on there?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and not be biased. Yeah, I think is that
a T right
point
here?
deduction. The point deduction was inevitable. To be honest with you, I'll take 6 points. I'll take the 6 points because I was expecting it. I think when they started it was like 15 or 18 they were mentioning. 6 is okay. But it's just, I think it's just came at the worst time possible. Morale was at its lowest. People want King Power out. And I think it's even more frustrating when you look at the squad. Arguably on paper, we've got, if not best, second or third best squad in the Championship. They're just not performing. I love Andy King, but I just don't think he's got any coaching material to have that stature of a club. Don't get me wrong, we're not the biggest club in the Midlands, but I do believe for our success in the past few years, we should be getting someone in. And what worries me is I'm seeing the names, being thrown about. I don't know who they're going to be. People mentioning about Sean Dyche. Is that really Leicester's type of play with the players we've got? I don't think so.
It's not realistic as well, coming from the Premier League.
Yeah, exactly. It's not realistic, and B, I don't even think it's a good shout. We're a counter-attacking playing team, or kind of like what Maresca bought. We've got really fast-paced wingers who attack. We can't have someone like Dyche who's going to have a sitter back. We can't do that, especially with the defence we've got. Feist is out, thank fuck. Even like Vestergaard, Coley, players like that. It's sad days. I don't think we'll go down to League One. I think we're used to pulling off miracles at the end of the season. We remember that what happened in the 14-15. We were like 10,000 to 1 to go down, and we won like 6 out of the last 7 or something to stay up. Obviously the league title. We've got it in us, but just bad times at the moment.
Also remember the playoff final, Hogdini as well. That goes against you. Semi-final.
I remember watching all those films. Of like, you remember when Leicester won the league? There were so many films coming out of how they did it, the inside and out. Imagine if we went down. That's football, isn't it? Like Sunderland.
I feel like with Leicester as well, it wouldn't have been that big of an issue as you fighting playoffs or something. But even without the deduction, you would have been 17th. You would have only been 6 points off the drop. So, it's a sticky situation.
Yeah, but like you said, I can't remember who said Norwich were in 10th. All the teams that were pushing to go up, they were all at the low end of the table, which makes it harder. Because it's not like we're the only one, more or less big club at the bottom. There's multiple ones, so everyone's going to be fighting to go back up. So it's actually harder.
Quick question: would any of you be in favour of the restructure, like the Scottish system, where you'd play the team in the league below you to come up in a a playoff? Who goes which way?
No, I think it's a league for a reason. I think.
It's not broke. It's not broke. Don't fix it.
Gives the little man a better opportunity to prove himself.
Agreed. Yeah. Right. Championship's over. We move on, guys. Tottenham fans, don't move. Our Spurs too good to go down. Stay with us.
All right, now everyone, we're going to be talking about Spurs. It's not going well for them at all, and we're wondering, are they too good to go down? Obviously, Thomas Frank's gone now. They've brought a manager in, but it's not looking good for the North London side. Obviously, they're playing Arsenal on the weekend, and boys, what do we think of the whole situation?
It's looking good. I just think, as a general straightforward answer, Spurs are just too big to go down. It's almost an embarrassment if they go down. I think you look at it on face value. I found some figures online that suggest they had the 5th highest revenue in the Prem recently. I think that was give or take in the last season or two. I won't put any accuracy on that, but within the last season or two, they were the 5th highest earning team in terms of revenue, and I think that was 670 million or something like that, and that's compared to the highest team in football, which was something like, I think it was Real Madrid on 1.1 billion or something. That's pretty impressive, and when you're the 5th highest team in terms of revenue, you've got to be up there. You know, you're a Champions League team equating to, or Europa League team. And then you've got to look at the other one in terms of like, look at that stadium. They've built a stadium which is the 3rd highest capacity in the Premier League.
Most expensive stadium in the world as well.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And it's just, you can't ignore it. 60-odd thousand, just pushing, maybe 50 to 60,000. Again, what's number 2, Kieran, above those two?
Oh, no.
Sorry, say that again, sorry.
Doesn't matter, he's trying to do this.
Is it Arsenal, Old Trafford? Where London Stadium and Old Trafford above that. So the 3rd highest ground in the Prem in terms of capacity. And then last point is, I think we go back to episode 1, we talked about this. Remember just how quirky that stadium is, the fun pints they go on about. It's a modern day ground, and Spurs is
Looks
just
like
a big
toilet,
club.
by the way.
Yeah.
And it's a toilet. But no, I think there's definitely a case for Spurs to
I
stay.
don't know. I was wondering, like, because obviously Leicester went down the other year with some great players like Vardy, Maddison, Tielemans all in the team. But then, like, I wonder how good these Tottenham players actually are, because they finished 17th last year, and then they obviously won the Europa League, but they won it playing like Bodo Glimt, and then they beat Amrams United in the final. So, like, how good actually are the players? Like, the good ones like Van der Ven, who spends that time injured all the time. Their wingers, Odegaard. It's like, do they have a right to actually be higher than they are? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm actually going to bounce off that, mate. Honestly, me and you are connected today. Right? Like, you are literally saying everything I want to say, but fair play, shows you great minds think alike. It's funny you mentioned the Leicester, not to go back to it, but generally, I did have that down. First thing that came to mind. That's why I disagree with Ross. I think no one's too good to go down today. I think Leicester, obviously Leicester don't have the same stature of Tottenham. You look at that squad, Castagne, Evans, Fest, Thomas, Samare, Dewsbury Hall, Chellemans, Maddison, Vardy, Barnes. You look at that team that went down in 22-23, and realistically, do they beat Spurs?
I was going to say, is that better than the Spurs team now?
Today? And I think, maybe not 9 times out of 10, but they'd give them a fucking good run for their money, you know what I mean? So, I'd back that if Spurs don't pull their shit together. No club is too big to go down, you know what I mean, Ed?
Yeah, no, I was just going to say, I can't see it getting any better for them either. The fans are already booing as the game finishes, and the attendance is going down, so I can't see any hope in sight. Obviously, they brought the new manager in, but I can't imagine he's going to bring anything different, really. I think for me, they're in a really bad situation. As we were saying, these too big to go. I don't think any club's too big to go down. As we said, with Leicester's squad, that is potentially better than Spurs is now. And it just comes back to recruitment, really. I mean, you're right there, Ross.
Sorry, making noises, sorry.
As we said, like, the players they brought in, it's not like the Premier League proven. Xavi Simons, obviously he's okay in Europe, but he's not settled in properly. And just the decisions from the board as well. Getting rid of Ange, in hindsight, was that a bad decision after he won the Europa League with them? Thomas Frank's obviously, that did not go well either. So it's not looking good for Spurs.
Yeah. And for the second time in 3 weeks, guys, the whole Breaking the Line team apologises for the issue with the cameras. But no worries, we're here. We're going to finish off with some games. And on that, boys, can you please name me the top 5 Premier League players who have played for the most Premier League clubs?
Okay, I have Nicolas Anelka.
Top 5. Nicolas Anelka does not make the top 5.
Really? James Milner?
James Milner does not make the top 5. I'm looking for players who have played for the most Premier League clubs. So players may play for like 7 different clubs.
Marcus Bent.
Marcus Bent is number 1.
There we go.
Well done. Yeah, well done for Marcus Bent. Yeah, Marcus Bent has played for Palace, Blackburn, Ipswich, Leicester, Everton, Charlton, Wigan and Wolves. Excellent shout there, Kieran. Yeah. Any ideas for number 2, 3, 4, 5? Ross, any ideas?
Peter Crouch.
Peter Crouch number 2.
Yes,
Come
Ross.
on, Peter Crouch.
Like
Peter Crouch has
QPR,
gone for a few.
Southampton, Liverpool. What else did we have?
Portsmouth.
Stoke.
Stoke.
Let's go Stoke.
Okay, I'm gonna go Jermaine Defoe.
Good shout, not in the top 5.
What about Darren Bent?
No.
I should just...
No. You've got number 1 and 2. I'm looking for number 3, who's had 7 clubs, 415 appearances in the Prem. So we're talking about someone who's played a lot in the Prem. Number 4 has played just shy of 300 games, played for 7 clubs. And number 5 has played just shy of 3. He'll ring a bell to a lot of people.
Jermaine Defoe.
I already said it, no, mate.
Okay, so we've got Marcus Bent. Who did we say? We said... Did we say Milner?
We said Anelka, Milner and Defoe.
David James.
No.
It's not Gareth Barry, no.
No.
This is actually quite
So
tough.
400 games, you need to think someone was about
415 appearances at number 3.
415. So, oof. Let's have a
I'll
think.
give you a clue for number 3. So he's played for big clubs. He's played
Ben
for
Foster.
Arsenal. No. He's played for Arsenal, he's played for Newcastle, he's played for United, he's played for Blackburn Rovers, City, Portsmouth, Burnley.
Andy Cole.
Yes, well
Nice.
done, Kieran. Andy Cole. Andy Cole, number 3. I won't give you any help for number 4 and 5.
Stupid.
It's 2 guys from the United Kingdom.
2 guys
The
from the
United Kingdom.
Yeah. To not give the
Gary
country out.
Speed.
Good shout. No.
Fuck's sake.
No.
Nico Kranjčar.
No.
From the United
Oh, from the United Kingdom. From the United Kingdom. Oh, sorry. Oh.
I'll go then for...
Go Phil Bardsley.
No.
Rob Green.
No.
Yeah, keepers seem like a good shout. Paul Robinson?
No.
It's hard when the pressure's on. there.
I'll give you clubs of number 3. He's played for Palace, Spurs, Portsmouth, Fulham, Villa, Newcastle, and Swansea.
Palace,
Just shy of 300 appearances.
Spurs, Swansea. Bloody hell. Palace, Spurs, Swansea, British guy. What? Am I being actually thick?
Will
here?
we know who these players are? Like,
Wilfried Zaha.
Yeah. Yes. No.
He played for Cardiff.
Yeah.
My God, wait. Palace.
Okay. I'll have to give you more clues. Number 5. So he's a Welshman. Number 5. He's played for 7 clubs, 294 appearances.
John
Craig-
Martin.
No.
Craig Bellamy.
Yes. Craig Bellamy.
He's not
well
the Swansea
done.
one though, so that's the difference.
He's number 5. No, number 4 is. You still haven't got
Who's
number 4.
who's number 4? Sorry, what are their clubs?
Do you want me to give you number 4 clubs again?
so we got
please.
1, 2, 3, and 5.
So number 4, we're looking for someone who's played at Palace, Spurs, Portsmouth, Fulham, Villa, Newcastle, and Swansea.
Like Alan Smith or someone like that, was it?
No, he's English.
Because he had United, didn't
He
he?
is
Sorry, but
English.
I'm struggling here.
Whoa.
Hold on. Okay, immediate position, I think. This is
Can't help you there.
Goalkeeper.
Should get this one.
Like Ben Davis or someone like that.
no, he's
No,
only played
no,
for 2.
Wayne Hennessy.
Ooh, stop.
No.
It's-
He said he's English.
His first name is Wayne.
Wayne Routledge.
Yes.
Wayne Rowledge.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Mate,
Yes, well
I
done.
did poor there.
I don't think I didn't get.
there because you said Wayne. So yeah.
I didn't get one of them.
Other than my Marcus Bench shout, I'm not happy.
Yeah. Anyway, that was a hard one to be fair.
That was
Yeah,
tough.
I would take that. Good job, boys. Good job. Top 3 worst players to have a pint with. Who wants to go first? Are we saying the top 3? We're going one by one.
Yeah, we'll go top 3.
We'll go top 3. Ed, do you want to kick this off?
Yeah, I'll go for personal reasons on this table. I'll go Kyle Walker. Don't know.
We're not allowed to talk about that.
We are. Can we talk about it?
Of course we can.
Yeah, basically Ross was at the darts. Kyle Walker was not very nice to Ross, and just in general, he does not seem like a nice person. So yeah, that's my number 3.
No comment.
Your number 3, Ross?
I'm going for Mario Balotelli. I don't want fireworks like in a hotel room or anything like that. I just want to go for a nice quiet drink. I'm not gonna lie, No, I don't want a nice quiet drink. I just want to have a nice fucking drink, But the guy's just gonna. I don't know. You know what he'll get up to? Why always me, That sort of stuff.
I've gone at my number 3 for Hector Bellerin because I know the guy would be on the 0%, and I'm just not trying to have that. I'm trying to have a good time. He's telling me to be a vegan and that. No, I'm alright.
Alright. Number 3, I've gone with someone who I actually personally dislike, but I've got my reasons. It's Neil Maupay.
Oh, okay.
Neil Maupay, I think he would be all talk, and then when lads would come down on us, he would lose his balls and leave me to it. So yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Neil
Where
Maupay.
we go back from?
Yeah.
Yeah. So similar for what Park said, I'm gonna go Van Hecker, number 2. He's got the most punchable face in football. Genuinely. And for reasons you said, I reckon he'll if it's a night out, he'll go up and give it the big one, and then when they come and say something, he's gone. So yeah, Van Hecker for me is number 2.
Hang on, who was I going to? Oh, I know who I wouldn't go with. John Terry. Look, you know, you bring your mate to the prees, he's very sound. I don't want my mate turning up in a full kit.
Mum, mate.
Yeah, full kit and whatever. Yeah, no, that not your line, not mine. Your words, not mine. But no, and he'll probably just start talking tactics and making it all about him. So
I've gone for Joe Linton. Like,
Okay.
why are you trying to fight everyone? Do you know what I mean? Like, we're just here. We're here for a few pints, have a good time. Why are you slide tackling the bouncer? There's no.
I'm going to remind you that when we see like Swansea fans on the next night out here.
Someone who actually, similar to Kieran, if we put mine and yours together, we're talking about Green Street hooligans right now. Is Diogo Costa? I would not go out with Diogo Costa.
Yeah, fair enough.
I agree.
Okay, and then final one for me, I'm going to go Wilfried Zaha. I think he's the most sensitive footballer in the world. I reckon, like, if you don't get around him, then he's off.
Yeah.
And like the next day, he'll like black out his Instagram or like remove pictures of you on his Instagram. So I'm going Wilfried Zaha. Yeah, 100%. So yeah, for me it's Zaha.
well, James Milner, he's probably got strength and conditioning training in the morning. Doesn't really want to do anything. Remember the old boring James Milner accounts? Just not much, you know.
Well, he doesn't drink.
And he's probably a very funny guy. All respect
James
to him.
Milner doesn't drink.
No.
That's why he's last so long, Cross.
Yeah, we want to go for a drink, not a Tropicana.
I've gone for Andre Onana as my final one. Guy's a clown. Stop dropping the pints. Do you know what I mean? Keep spilling them everywhere.
Yeah, that's right.
Honestly, and both goalkeepers. You know, take the gloves off, lad, and just enjoy your Heineken or whatever you want. Enjoy your Heineken.
Number one, I've gone for Cole Palmer, thick as pudding. What are we going to talk about? I'm just gonna blab on. He's gonna go what? And so I feel like we couldn't have a conversation. No harm to you, Cole. You're a good man. Thanks, guys, for following episode 9 of Breaking the Lines. You can follow us on YouTube, of course, but also Twitter and Instagram. The links are in the description. As usual, thanks to the amazing team next to me who make this show so lively every week, lads.
Thank you very much, Parker. It's been a pleasure again.
The Oakland Bowery Hound.
Diolch yn fawr iawn.
Yeah, always good to be back. So yeah, see you next week.